So like before, when I didn't really know my skin and I just like kind of run off to the doctors and I never really knew about like what was my triggers, I just be like, first thing I think is go and get some more cream from the doctors rather than thinking what are your triggers. So with Epaderm and learning like taking what things I can buy on the high street and what I can do to help my skin, I found Epaderm along that journey. And using Epaderm, I was literally able to get my polypox kind of dyshidrotic eczema being like full spread all the way on my hands and palms, both sides, to being just like very minimal. And now I've got it down to a very kind of contact reaction. With the ride of eczema is like every day is different. I think that's such a big thing I always talk about online, is that like you never know when you're going to be flaring or not flaring, and you never truly know which day is going to be a day you wake up like full flare or not. So I feel like since I started using my Epaderm, I've gained more control, and because I know I'm using like, you know, the preventative flare measures as well as not just reacting when I do like flare, I have just kind of mental health wise gained more control as well. I use Epaderm like most days, but then I use it as a preventative flare measure as well as like during a flare. So that's another reason why the product's like so great for me, is that I know that I can use it any time if my skin's like flaring. If it's crazy flaring, like my routine will basically be like the ointment in the shower, out the shower. And then I also like to use the cream and then kind of lock it in with the ointment, so you can use them in combination as well. And then everyday kind of things, I tend to use more of the cream. It also kind of changes seasonally. So like in the winter, I know I'm using the ointment like basically every day, because like my skin is so reactive when it comes to like dry weather, like cold, dry weather, and it's just like I'm cracking up everywhere. So if I'm like having like a bit of a handful like I am at the moment, I tend to like do a 2-step routine, and that's both Epaderm products. So I like to use a little bit of the cream first. I use like a fingertip amount depending on the size of the flare. Right now it's quite a small one. It seems to be getting a bit upset today though. And I like to just put like a little bit on over there. I like to just seal it in with a bit of the ointment as well. And again, it's just like fingertip amounts for my actual hand. But yeah, I just find this routine really like works really nicely in combination. And if I was going out and about, I would normally put on like a compression glove as well. And if it was at night at all, this is a great night routine actually. So if you're having like a bad flare, do this like after the shower so your skin is nice and a little bit damp still, and then apply the cream and then seal it in like I did with the actual ointment, and then either like a cotton glove or even like a cotton sock. So I think the difference it's made to me is it's given me kind of a bit more of life back, because you can go out and about and you know you've just kind of got it in your bag. And like I was saying earlier, no matter where you are, you know, if you don't have it in your bag for some reason, you think maybe, well, I've not brought any creams out. You're like, okay, I can just walk down the road and go anywhere and I can find it in like most high street stores. Because I've gained more control of my eczema, I've gained more control of my life. It's kind of just given me a bit more fun and life back.